I remember the sound before the words, the clinking of glasses, the dull hum of laughter, and then silence so thick it pressed against my chest. My father stood up at the end of that long anniversary table, his face red from wine and pride, and said, "We wish your sister was our only child." Just like that. No hesitation. No apology. His eyes were on me when he said it, sharp, deliberate, like he'd been waiting his whole life to finally let it out. Everyone froze. Forks halfway to mouths. My sister's smirk spreading slow, satisfied, like she'd finally won something she didn't even need to fight for. My mother didn't say a word. Just smiled politely, as if it was a toast worth celebrating. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just sat there, feeling heat crawl up my throat, my heart pounding so loud it drowned out the chatter that dared to start again. I stood up. My chair scraped against the floor, cutting through the noise. "Enjoy your night," I said, my voice steady, my pulse anything but. My heels clicked against the hardwood as I walked out, every step a promise to myself. The city air outside was cold, but not enough to cool the fire under my skin. That was the night I decided I was done. For years I'd been their safety net, the forgotten daughter who fixed everything they broke. When their store was failing, I was the one who saved it. Every month $500 gone from my account to theirs. Every tax season, every unpaid bill, I was there. They didn't say thank you. They never did. My sister, the golden child, would come up with some half-baked marketing idea, and they'd call her a genius. I'd spend sleepless nights crunching numbers to keep them from bankruptcy, and they'd act like I barely existed. But that night, I saw it clearly. They didn't love me. They needed me, and I was done being needed. When I got home, I didn't pour a drink or cry into a pillow like before. I sat down, opened our family group chat, and typed one sentence. "I'm done helping with the store. No more money. No more advice. Good luck." Then I hit send. The messages started almost instantly. My dad called 5 times. My mom sent long paragraphs about family duty, about legacy, about how I was being emotional. My sister sent one word. "Seriously." I didn't respond. For once, silence was my answer. By morning, the panic had set in. Missed calls, unread emails, guilt-soaked voicemails. "We need to talk about this," my dad said in one message, his tone slipping from concern to angry. My mom begged. My sister mocked. I didn't listen. I'd listened all my life. Their store started to crumble within days. I knew it would. The unpaid invoices, the debts I'd kept hidden from suppliers, it all caught up fast. They'd relied on me for too long. Without me, they were lost. I didn't feel sorry. I felt free. But freedom has a cost. 2 days later, my sister went public. A Facebook post, vague, bitter, and cruel. "Some people think they're indispensable," she wrote. "But they're just jealous and toxic." No names. She didn't need to name me. Everyone knew. Comments piled in, people gossiping, cousins tagging me, friends sending screenshots. Then came another post, this time about my failed relationships, my bad attitude, my inability to hold on to anyone. Lies that burned more than any insult my parents had thrown. I wanted to fight back, to expose her for who she really was. But instead I blocked her, muted her number, let her scream into the void. She wanted attention. I wanted peace. Still, the noise found me. My dad called from new numbers, each voicemail angrier than the last. "You're destroying the family," he said, as if I hadn't spent years trying to hold it together. My mom's messages turned manipulative. "You'll regret this," she wrote. "Family is forever." Maybe, but not like this. I could have folded. I almost did. But then one night I booked a flight. To Florida. My grandfather's house. The one man who'd always seen me for who I was, not who my parents wanted me to be. He opened the door before I could knock, his eyes soft but knowing. "You look like you've been carrying the world," he said. I laughed, but it came out as a sob. I told him everything, the anniversary dinner, the years of favoritism, the store, the lies, the posts. His face hardened, the lines around his mouth deepening. When I told him what my father said, those words, he went still. "They said that? In front of everyone?" he asked. I nodded. He didn't need time to think. "They don't deserve you," he said. "And they won't get another dime of what I built." That afternoon he called his lawyer. I sat there quietly as he changed his will, cutting out my parents and sister completely. The properties, the savings, the land, all of it he left to me. Not for revenge, he said, but for justice. I didn't argue. I didn't gloat. I just felt something I hadn't felt in years, seen, validated. When I flew back to Chicago, I didn't check my phone. I didn't care about their messages, their gossip, their drama. Let them face the storm they created. Let them learn what happens when you throw away the one person holding your world together. A week later, I met my friend Kathleen for coffee. She listened quietly as I told her everything. The dinner, the fallout, the will. When I finished, she smiled, that soft, knowing kind of smile. You did the right thing, she said. You finally chose yourself. For the first time, I believed her. People think freedom comes with fireworks and fanfare. Doesn't. It comes quietly, like an exhale after years of holding your breath. That night, my family lost their safety net. But I found something better, my peace. And I'll never let them take it again.